Welcome. I'm Tara, and I'm so glad that we're going to spend the next hour together. Tonight's time is for anyone who has loved someone and lost them to death, to distance, to time, to change. If that's you, I invite you to settle in here. There's nowhere else you need to be, and nothing else you need to do. For the next little while, you can simply let yourself be held by this hour, these words, the way a tired body is held by a warm bed. Find whatever position feels most like rest. Let your arms fall loose at your sides, or rest gently on your chest or stomach, wherever they feel cared for. Let your legs be heavy. Let your head sink into the pillow. There's no correct way to lie here. There's only your way tonight. Whatever kind of week you've had, whether grief showed up loudly in tears you couldn't explain to a co-worker, or quietly in a heaviness you carried without quite naming it. You don't have to carry any of it into this hour. This hour belongs only to rest. You are allowed to set everything else down at the door. Take a full breath in through your nose and let it go slowly out through your mouth, like a small release of everything you've been holding since morning. Again, breathe in and let it go. One more. Breathe in and out. Longer this time if it's comfortable, like a sigh you've been saving up. Now let your breathing settle into its own rhythm. You don't have to manage it. It knows what to do. It's been doing this faithfully every moment of your life, even the hardest ones, even tonight. Love doesn't end here. That's the thought I want to offer you tonight, gently, without asking you to believe it all at once. You don't have to be convinced right now. You only have to be willing to let it sit beside you for the next hour, like a quiet companion while your body rests. So much of grief is built on a single frightening belief that love requires presence to survive. That if someone is gone from the room, gone from the house, gone from the world, then the love that connected you to them must be gone too, or fading, or slipping through your fingers a little more each day. That belief is one of the heaviest things a grieving heart can carry. And tonight, if you're willing, we're going to set it down, even if only for an hour. Love was never actually housed in the physical presence of another person. It only felt that way because presence was how you experienced it most often. A voice on the phone, a hand finding yours in a crowd, a familiar shape asleep beside you. But the love itself, the actual feeling, was never out there in the world. It has always lived in you, in your chest, in your thoughts, in the quiet way you carry someone with you into every room you enter, whether they're standing beside you or not. This is not a small distinction. It is, in fact, everything. Because if love lived only in presence, then loss really would mean the end of love. But if love lives in you, in how you think, in what you remember, in the way your heart softens at the mention of their name, then love simply cannot end the way presence ends. It changes address. It moves from the world outside you to a permanent home inside you. And nothing can evict it from there. Not time, not distance, not even death. You have more say over what you tell yourself while it moves through you. Not control over whether it comes. It will come in waves on its own schedule, sometimes for years, but some quiet influence over what you tell yourself while it moves through you. The only moment you ever truly have is this one, right now. This breath, this body resting here. The past cannot be edited, and the future hasn't arrived yet to be worried over. All you ever have is this present moment. And in this moment, you are safe, you are breathing, and you are still unmistakably someone who loves and is loved. Before we move into rest for your body, I want to offer a few gentle words about a feeling that often travels alongside grief, quietly, almost unnoticed. Guilt. Maybe you've replayed a final conversation, wishing you'd said something different. Maybe you felt guilty for the days you didn't think of them, or guilty for the days you thought of nothing else and let other parts of your life go quiet. Maybe you've wondered whether you could have done something, anything differently. If any of that is familiar, let it be gently witnessed tonight, and then let it rest. You made the choices you made with the awareness you had in each moment. No one carries perfect foresight. No one gets to rehearse the ending before it arrives. You loved this person with the tools and time and understanding you had. And that is not a small thing. That is, in fact, the very definition of love. Doing what you can with what you have for someone who matters. If forgiveness feels far away tonight, you don't have to reach it all at once. You can simply be willing. Willingness is enough for now. Just being open to the idea that you did not fail this person, that you are not required to punish yourself indefinitely to prove how much you loved them. That willingness alone begins to loosen something in your body. Try gently, offering yourself the same kindness you would offer a close friend carrying this same grief. If someone you loved came to you tonight, replaying old conversations and blaming themselves for things beyond their control, you would not scold them. You would hold their hand. You would tell them they did enough, that they loved well, could have known what none of us are ever given to know in advance. Offer yourself that same hand tonight. You deserve the kindness you would so easily give someone else. Let's let it loosen now. I invite you to walk gently through your body, releasing what it's carrying, while we return again and again to this idea. Love doesn't end here. Bring your attention to your feet. Notice any tension there. Maybe you've been standing on grief all day without realizing it, bracing against a floor that felt unsteady. Let your toes soften. Let the soles of your feet grow heavy, sinking into the bed. Your feet don't need to carry you anywhere tonight. They can simply rest, held by the mattress, held by gravity, held by the stillness of this hour. Move your attention up into your calves and shins. Let them grow heavy too. The muscles loosening, releasing whatever tightness has gathered there from walking through days that felt at times unbearably ordinary, despite everything that had changed inside you. Let that tension drain slowly downward, out through your feet, into the bed, gone. Now your knees, your thighs. So much of grief gets stored in the legs. The urge to run from a feeling. The exhaustion of simply continuing to move through a world that looks the same but feels entirely different. Let your legs go loose and heavy. You don't have to run from anything tonight. You don't even have to move. Bring your awareness to your hips, your lower back, Let it soften. Imagine the mattress rising up ever so slightly to meet you there, taking some of that weight off your hips and back, off your whole body, so you don't have to hold all of it yourself. Let that softening travel up into your stomach and your ribs. Let your breath move freely there without your chest tightening around it. Grief often lives right here, just beneath the ribs, in that place that catches when a memory arrives unannounced. Let it loosen now, just a little. Bring attention to your chest, your heart center. This is where the love lives, steady, whole, undiminished by loss. Let your chest rise and fall gently. With each breath, imagine that love simply being there, the way it's always been there, patient and unbothered by circumstance, waiting for you to remember. It doesn't need anyone's presence to keep existing. Let the softening move into your shoulders now, releasing them down and away from your ears. So much grief gathers here. The bracing, the holding on, the effort of appearing fine when you weren't. Let your shoulders drop. Let your arms grow heavy from your shoulders down through your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, all the way to your fingertips. Let your hands rest, open or loosely curled, however feels most natural. There is nothing left for them to hold on to tonight. Bring your attention to your neck and throat, that place where unspoken words sometimes gather. The things you wish you'd said, the goodbye that that came too fast or not fast enough. The conversations that will now only ever happen in memory. Let your throat soften. You don't have to say anything right now. You don't have to explain your grief to anyone, including yourself. Let the release travel up into your jaw. Let it unclench. Let your lips part slightly. Let your face go smooth and soft. The small muscles around your eyes letting go. Let your face go smooth and soft. The small muscles around your eyes letting go. Your forehead unfurrowing as if a hand were gently smoothing away worry, the way you might smooth a wrinkled sheet. Let the softening reach your scalp now, the very top of your head, as if warmth were settling there like sunlight. Let it flow gently down over your ears, the back of your neck, down your spine, joining all the places you've already released. Your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your hips, your legs, and your feet. Feel your entire body now as one long, unbroken wave of rest from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Let that wave pass through you once more, slower this time. Starting at your head, feel it move down through your neck, your shoulders, releasing anything that resurfaced, down through your chest and your heart, steady and warm. Down through your stomach and hips, heavy and supported, down through your legs, your knees, if the last of the day's weight were draining quietly out of you into the bed below, down through your legs, your knees, your ankles, all the way out through your feet, as if the last of the day's weight were draining quietly out of you into the bed below. Feel your whole body now resting, heavy and held, from your toes to the crown of your head. Let yourself be fully supported by whatever is beneath you. You have done enough today. You don't need to do anything else except rest. Now I'm going to count backward with you from 10 to 1, and with each number let yourself sink a little further into this rest, deeper, softer, safer, while we keep returning to the truth underneath everything tonight. Love doesn't end here. Ten. Let your whole body grow heavier, sinking into the bed beneath you. 9. Let your breath slow even further, unhurried, patient. 8. Let your mind grow quiet, the way a room grows quiet after everyone has gone to sleep. 7. Let any remaining tension in your legs melt away completely. 6. Let your chest soften around your heart. That steady, unbroken place where love continues exactly as it always has. Five. Let your arms grow fully heavy, resting, done with holding on for tonight. 4. Let your face relax completely, smooth and unguarded, like a child finally asleep. Three. Let your thoughts slow, drifting further apart, with more and more quiet space between them. 2. Let yourself sink almost all the way down now, nearly asleep, safe, held, whole. One. Fully at rest now, fully supported, fully safe, and still, underneath all of it, still and always loved. Fully at rest now, fully supported, fully safe, and still, underneath all of it, still and always loved. Stay here in this deep, heavy rest for a moment. There's nowhere else to be. to offer you something else now while you rest in this soft, low place, a way of thinking about the person you're missing that might, over time, bring you more peace than pain. You have likely spent time believing that thinking of them will hurt, and sometimes it does. Grief is not something we can think our way around entirely, nor should we try to. But it's also true that many of the thoughts we have about missing someone are not about the person at all. They're about fear. Fear that we'll forget them. Fear that moving forward means leaving them behind. Fear that if the ache fades, so does the love. None of that is true, and your heart already knows it, even in moments when your mind forgets. The ache and the love are not the same thing. The ache can soften with time, and it will, even if it doesn't feel that way tonight. While the love remains exactly as strong, exactly as real, exactly as yours. Softening pain is not the same as losing love. You're allowed to feel less pain without feeling less loyal. You are allowed to heal without it meaning you loved any less. Consider gently that the person you miss would likely want this for you. Not the guilt, not the endless bracing against joy, as if happiness were a betrayal. Most people who love us want us to keep living fully, keep breathing deeply, keep finding small moments of light, even especially after they're gone. Loving someone and wanting them to suffer indefinitely on your behalf are not the same thing. If the roles were reversed, you would want peace for them too. Let yourself imagine, if it feels right, that the love between you and this person is not a finished story, closed and shelved, but something continuing quietly in the background of your life, shaping how you treat people, how you notice beauty, how you show up for others the way they once showed up for you. In that sense, they are still working, still present, still making a difference in the world through you. That is not a small thing. That is, in its own way, a kind of forever. Let your body remain heavy and at rest as we sit with this for a while. You don't need to respond to any of it right now. You don't need to feel a certain way. You only need to keep breathing, keep resting, keep letting your body be held while these thoughts settle somewhere quiet inside you, to be considered later or not at all. There's no pressure here. There is only this hour and your rest and the steady presence of love that has never actually required anyone's presence to remain true. If tears come, let them come. They are not a setback. They are simply love moving through you, the way water moves through a riverbed, following the shape it's always followed, going exactly where it needs to go. You don't have to hold them back tonight. There's no one here to perform strength for. There's only rest and release and the quiet companionship of this hour. if it feels right. Let yourself picture the person you're missing just for a moment, not in the hardest scene you remember, but something gentle. Maybe at a kitchen table, maybe on a car ride with the windows down, maybe just their face, unhurried, at rest, looking at you the way people look at someone they love, without needing to say it out loud. Let the image be soft, unforced. If nothing comes, that's all right too. You can simply hold the idea of them, warm and unclear, like light through a curtain. Imagine, if you're willing, that they could see you now, resting, breathing, being gently cared for by this hour. What would they want for you? Most people, when they truly love someone, do not wish that person a lifetime of frozen grief. They wish them mornings that feel ordinary again. They wish them laughter that doesn't immediately catch in the throat with guilt. They wish them long, easy sleep, exactly like the sleep that's beginning to settle over you now. Let yourself imagine them wanting this for you. This rest, this softening, let yourself imagine them wanting this for you. This rest, this softening, this permission to keep living fully. You don't have to be sure this is true. You only have to let it be possible for a moment. Let yourself imagine too a kind of ongoing conversation that doesn't require their physical presence to continue. The small moments when you'll think of them and smile before you ache, when their voice will surface in your own decisions, in the advice you give someone else, in the recipe you make without a recipe card because you learned it standing beside them. that is not memory fading, that is love finding new rooms to live in. Let your body stay heavy, resting, unhurried, while you hold all of this loosely, the way you'd hold something precious and a little fragile, carefully, but without gripping it too tightly. There's nothing you need to resolve tonight. There's only this hour, this breath, this body, slowly and thoroughly at rest. Feel once more the weight of your body against the bed. Feel how far you've sunk into rest. Notice, if you can, that even in this depth of stillness, the love you carry is still there, steady beneath the quiet, unafraid in the dark, unafraid of the silence, unafraid of the fact that presence has changed shape. You don't need to hold on to anything tightly tonight. Not the grief, not the guilt, not even these thoughts I've offered you. Let them rest lightly, the way a leaf rests on the surface of still water, free to be carried gently wherever the night takes it. Whatever you remember tomorrow, remember this. You were loved. You loved well. And none of that requires proving, defending, or holding on to with white knuckles. It simply is quietly, permanently true. Let your breathing continue at its own slow, easy pace. There's nothing left to figure out tonight. There's nothing left to solve. There's only this rest, this body, this breath and this love that continues unbroken exactly where it has always been, inside you. There's nothing more you need to do tonight. No lesson to finish learning. No stage of grief to complete on schedule. No version of healing to perform for anyone watching. There's only this body resting. This breath slow and steady. This love unbroken, quietly present, exactly where it has always been. Before I leave you to sleep, I want to leave you with a few gentle words. The way you might offer someone a blanket on a cold night, not because they asked for it, but because you care about their comfort. Let these words settle over you now, as many times as you need to hear them, until they feel less like words and more like something you already knew. Love doesn't end here. I carry them with me, and that is enough. I am allowed to rest, to heal, and to keep loving. Love doesn't end here. I carry them with me, and that's enough. I'm allowed to rest, to heal, and to keep loving. Love doesn't end here. I carry them with me, and that is enough. I'm allowed to rest, to heal, and to keep loving. now, fully and completely. You are held, you are loved, and love, the love you carry, the love that carries you, doesn't end here. If sleep hasn't quite found you yet, I've left another video that might just help you drift